What's good, everybody? This your girl China White, and you just entered the Lion's Den with your girl China White. Grab your drinks, grab your cigars, sit back and relax. Let your girl serenade you. Let me drop some ism on that brain. I'm about to fuck your mind. Sit back and relax. Let your girl please you. Right? I'm about to please you, right? Now, follow me on Instagram, China White, the number 4 life. Fuck with your girl. I got some raw shit over there. Now, make sure y'all hit that like button. It has a lot to do with growing my channel. Leave me a comment. I read all my comments. I read them all. And I appreciate them. Right? Share my shit. Right? Fuck with your girl. Now, let's talk about some things, right? Let's talk about the understanding of a woman. Not just the understanding of a woman. Let's break down how I view women and how men view women. And how I know how men view women because I listen. I'm a listener. A lot of women don't listen. I do, right? So, it's two women standing in front of us. One woman is a 10, a 9, etc., right? Let's say she's an 8, 9, or 10. Banging body, pretty as fuck. She's nice and sweet. She's a tender, as you guys say, quote unquote, a tender, right? Then we have a 3, 3, 4. Let's say she's under 5. But this chick is a little bit heavy. But she gave this man her entire existence. She leaned on him. She leaned on his every word. Your goals is her passion. Right? She lived through you. Which woman holds the most weight? Right? Is it the 9-10? Or is it the 9-10 tender? Or is it the 3-4-5? Which one? See, because the woman that's 3, 4, and 5, she holds the most weight because she leaned on your every word, right? So when I listen to men glorify the 8, 9, and 10, or the tender, but this bitch ain't dedicating her existence to you, it tells me a lot about a man. It tells me that you still place pussy on a pedestal. You do, because you glorify the thing she should already possess when dealing with you. See, when you're dealing with a woman, she should already be equipped with that by her even stepping up to you, or you stepping up to her. She should already possess those things. Now, everything on top of that is a plus. It is a plus, right? But you only viewing the woman based off the things you can see. Nothing else. So if that 4, that 3, that 2 can dedicate her life to your process, and she alone is not being talked about like that 9 and 10, tells me a lot. Now, when we say that men should have more than one woman, I totally agree. I don't agree one woman can please a man. I don't see that. I don't get it. A long time ago I thought that one woman was good enough for one man, but it is not, especially when you're dealing with a masculine alpha, a god, my king, right? He deserves more than one. He deserves that. It is more than what he requires. This is something that you deserve, but it has a lot to do with the women that you deal with. If the women that you deal with don't even understand that you deserve more than one woman, then you're dealing with a peasant. You're dealing with a woman that's not worthy to even be in your presence. And that has a lot to do with you viewing yourself. Because if you don't view yourself as a king, if you don't view yourself as a God, if you don't view yourself as her Lord, then she doesn't see that. And it's all in our eyes. You get what I'm saying? So, you entertain the 9 and 10s because those women could be your pleasure. But the 4, 5, and 6, they could be somewhat part of the stable, right? So you don't glorify the 9 or the 10 because she has things that she should already have with dealing with you. And I hear a lot of men glorifying that 9 and the 9s and 10 is because they're not used to pussy. They're not. And I'm telling you this, and it's coming from a woman. I could tell. Because if he was used to pussy, if a man is comfortable being around women and dealing with beautiful women and sexy women, submissive women, he would not be talking about the way she looked. It's more about what she can give and bring to him, how she can benefit him. So when you hear a man and he's talking about how his women benefit him, how his women give to his process, now that's a whole nother level. And see, now when we talk about that, now we're talking about how this man deal with three and 4 and 5 different chicks, and they all know about each other, and then they all cool with that. That's a whole nother level. Because how many men you hear talk about they have 3 different chicks, and all three different chicks know each other, and all 3 of the chicks submit to him, and all 3 of the chicks give to the process. These are just different levels of the game. You get what I'm saying? So when you hear men say, I fuck 8, 9s, and 10s, that's nothing, right? And so you got to look at the man, you got to size him up. You got to size him up. But a lot of men don't do that because they can't see surpass of what he's talking about. You so caught up on the dream and the vision, the fantasy type shit, because a lot of men begin to fantasize like a bitch. Because somebody can spit some shit to you and it sound good, but whatever did it ain't gold. I'm just saying. So when I hear that shit, I know he's placing this bitch on a pedestal. Because it don't matter if she's a 10. It doesn't matter if she's a 9. It doesn't matter if she's a 10. None of that fucking matters. She should already look that way when dealing with you. What matters is that bitch giving her existence to you. So when we talk about the lower level, right? You got women that's giving their all to your process, right? She lean on your every word. Now we got the second level. You got two to 3 bitches, right? Now you got 2 to 3 bitches that are 9s and that are 10s, right? All right. Okay. Then we have the third level. Now all of these bitches know about each other and they cool with that. That's a whole nother level. That's just like 3, 4, 5 different levels from what the average Joe is used to. See, he's used to fucking, cute, young, pretty bitches, sexy bitches. And that's the only level his mind could take him because he glorified the pussy. And that tells me a lot about a man. And that tells you a lot about yourself if you see that as being something that's so amazing, but the bitch he fucking ain't even building with him, ain't even dedicating herself to him. She doesn't submit to this man. She just giving up ass. She just giving him something that his right hand could give him, which is a nut. That's all that tells me. So it's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different levels to that game of daming this bitch. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when you see and hear certain type of information, you got to digest that shit and break that shit down to see where this man is coming from. And that's what I do. So when you think like that, dealing with that 3, 4, 5 chick, she's a 3, she's a 3, 4, or 5, or she could even be a 2. But she's giving to the process, fam. She's submitting to you. What many men you know got women that's literally bowing down and kissing your feet? That's a whole nother level. And this is coming from a woman. Because that tells me a lot about you. And when a woman is with you, she doesn't want to leave you. I don't give a fuck how this bitch look. That's carnal minded. You know? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I don't even go by numbers. I'm just breaking it down because I know men use numbers to define females. But when I listen and when I see and I view what men glorify, it's kind of like it's a shame. You get what I'm saying? It's a shame because the alpha, the masculine man, his mind is not the size of a peanut. So he doesn't think on the lower level as many men does. So you gotta look at things from different perspectives. So I like to view, when I listen to something or when I hear something, I like to view it from different perspectives so I can get the right perspective when I'm viewing and seeing things. I like to size things up so it makes sense. Get what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So it is more to just Damon this bitch. You get what I'm saying? A woman, when she's dealing with a thorough man, she's not going to leave you, because then she begins to lean on you, and that's what every man deserves. I said a man. Every man deserves. Every king deserves. Every God deserves. My Lord, you know, she should be calling you that. A woman should be referencing you as something that's greater than who she is. See, because when a woman is calling you by your name, she view you the same way she view herself. But when she said my king, my daddy, my Lord, my master, see, she's viewing you. She's looking up to you. She revere you. You know, you're bigger than her. But when she call you by your name, she sees you. It's kind of like she's viewing herself. You know? So that's a whole nother video. But this your girl, China White. I appreciate y'all chopping it up with your girl. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Leave your girl a comment. I appreciate y'all. Until we meet again, this your girl, China White. Peace.